Hey guys, welcome to yet another tutorial. In this tutorial video, we will be learning about the differences between the Gemini CLI and the Gemini UI. So this here we have our Gemini UI, our good and old, and on the other screen we have our Gemini CLI. Let me quickly clear out all of the conversations and make it a little bit more presentable. So now meanwhile the Gemini is loading, we will be starting about the agenda of this video. So the agenda of this video is to compare the Gemini CLI and the Gemini UI as to which one is better for you and to determine which one excels at what. So the Gemini CLI is a developer focused AI agent tool for building debugging directly in the terminal, whereas the Gemini UI is a chat based interface for conversational tasks. So CLI excels at coding, file manipulation, and automation, whereas UI is better for research, creative writing, and using multimodal features. So in the video, we will also be giving them distinguished tasks. Uh, that means a same task to both of them, and we will compare the results and also the journey of the final output in the same. So now you can see that Gemini CLI has also loaded here. So you can see that one of the things that is missing in the Gemini CLI is the user interface, unlike the Gemini UI. So in the Gemini UI, buttons are clearly labeled. All you need is your mouse to access all of the chats, change the model, access all of your chat history, and select tools or add files. Whereas in the Gemini CLI, all of those options are gone. All you have is your keyboard, and you have got these forward slash commands using which you can do a variety of different tasks as listed here in this particular list. So nevertheless, we will be comparing both of them. So first let's talk about the Gemini CLI. So the Gemini CLI is best for developers coding, scripting, managing large code bases, and automating workflows. So it features this integrated terminal, file explorer, git integration, and YOLO modes, which skips confirmation. Then, if we talk about the functionality of this, it uses a reason and act or react loop to solve tasks, which and can also run local tools and code fixes in your actual project folder. And it can also rebuild to provide a stable GUI-like experience within terminal window, thus minimizing flicker and text scrambling. Now, if I talk about the Gemini UI, which is our good and old Gemini, then it is best for quick questions, brainstorming, summarizing, and complex prompt engineering. It features a chat history management, visual feedback for multimodal inputs, easy sharing, and broader access to Google ecosystem extensions. It is thus more robust for research, the live web, that is RAG or RAG, to provide up to date answers. So, now once the difference is clear, let's do a basic test for both of them. So the question that we're going to ask them will be related to general dynamics and general thinking. So for example, let's say what date and time is today. Also, what is the price of gold in New Delhi as of today's date? So I'm also gonna copy this particular prompt, and then I'm gonna hit the enter button. It has started to think. Now I'm gonna paste the same here as well. I'm gonna go with the pro option. So just both of these are currently set onto the highest model. So we have chosen the same exact model for both of them. Now you can see that it has performed a Google search, and we can see the thinking right here, and it is currently evaluating current goal values. And but you can see that Gemini UI is much more faster in terms of these. It has found the exact time and found the correct rate of gold, and has also specified the purity levels as well, like 18, 22, and 24 carat. Whereas you can see that Google search says that today is May 9th, just like the same, and it has also given its goal rates, which are similar. Now you can see that both of them are doing a good job in this, but Gemini UI seems to be faster. Now moving on to other tasks, let's say like image generation. Can you, let's say, create a hyper realistic image of a pizza? I've entered the prompt, and now I'm gonna copy the same prompt here as well, and I'm gonna give it to it. Let's see which one can actually create an image. I do not have any hopes from the Gemini CLI. It is not designed to create any particular image, like you can see. Just like, but with the, for the Gemini UI, it can easily create images, whereas the Gemini CLI cannot create images. It can only provide the recommended prompt. So just like you can see that it has created an exceptional realistic image. So this is the difference that I want you guys to cram about, that Gemini CLI is not itself comparable to Gemini CLI and Gemini UI. These both are distinguished set of LLM used to do different tasks. Thus, we cannot compare them by just any particular single task. They excels at their own very points. So now, for example, let's give another try, and for this time we will be asking a little code. So for example, let's say create a simple HTML page which changes its background color on the click of a button in the page. So I have feeded the prompt here, and I'm gonna feed the prompt here as well, and then I'm gonna hit the enter button. So now you can see that both of them are thinking, and let's see which one wins this particular race. So you can see that Gemini UI again has given directly the HTML code. It has not done anything so that we can preview it, and you can see that Gemini CLI has already found a color changer HTML in my directory, but it has also implemented some changes in the same. So actually I have this particular file from an earlier video. So it says if you override with the version save, just let me know. So I'm gonna type in create a new file please. So you can see that it is actually creating a file, unlike Gemini, which is just giving me the HTML code. Let me ask it for a file. Now in the for the Gemini CLI, I will need to allow this. I'm gonna allow this for this particular session, and you can see that it has created a new file bgchanger.html for myself. Now one thing to note is that it has not specified its path, so I'm gonna simply type in please specify the file path. Now you can see that the HTML file has been successfully given by the Gemini, but you can see that it is in just in HTML format. You will need to download it first, and once this is downloaded, you can simply double click onto this to open this particular file in the browser. And now you can see every time you click onto this change background color, the background color changes in this particular web page. And moving on to here, you can see that it has saved the file in this particular directory. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the D and then dev, and from here this is the bg changer. Yes, this is the file, and you can see that this is also nearly the same as the Gemini UI. So both of these are very much alike, but one thing that we do have is that in Gemini CLI we do not need to download any additional files. All of our changes are directly done onto our local system, and this is one of the beauty of Gemini CLI. So there are the key differences that we notice, that the CLI focuses on compressing history to save tokens for urgent tasks, while the Web UI provides a more conversational, long-term memory approach. Thus, the CLI allows you to edit files directly, but the UI asks you to copy-paste code. So this is one of the biggest advantage of using Gemini CLI. Also, the CLI is ideal for headless servers or CI/CD pipelines, while the UI requires a browser. So if you are writing code, use the Gemini CLI, but for research, brainstorming, or creative work, you should go with the Gemini web interface. So that was the conclusion of this particular video. I hope this video would help you to make a decision. So that was all for this tutorial. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.